we've had dinner. Let's move forward with dessert. It's gonna be something basic, something really quick. You just need to look either on the side or the back of your package, and it will tell you exactly which ingredients is needed for that recipe. So in this one here, we need a 1/4 cup of water, which we have. We need a 2/3 cup of oil and 2 eggs, which we have. Okay, so let's get our mixture in the bowl. Who else like a warm brownie? I've been low-key having a taste for some. And I have my oven on preheating already. I don't know why I didn't just cut that quick off. I'm gonna use that bigger. I'm gonna most definitely probably use that bigger. Okay, next we're going in with some extra ingredients that I use to make it my own. You can take this dish and you can make it your own. It is a dessert. Okay, being I have my oven on, let me turn the air on. I'll be right with you. And let me grab my ice. Did I bring it? Did I bring my ice with me? I'm always looking for my ice cup. Okay, boom, I see it. Okay, so we're going to go in with our dry ingredients first. So I am adding a bowl of sugar. A bowl of sugar and a half. It's dessert, right? I also have here some melted butter. The recipe calls for oil. So instead of using all oil, I'm going to use some butter that I've had sitting out preheating, not preheating, but getting room temperature. Okay, so we have our butter. Just for the moisture that I'm sure the recipe is calling for that vegetable oil, I am going to go in with, it's asking for 2/3 cups. You spot your 2/3 cup on your measuring cup, which is that first line. I don't measure, I eyeball it, so that would be a circle. Okay, remember you're doubling your ingredients because we're using 2 boxes. Okay, next we're going in with the eggs. I have some caramel here that I will take and put on top of those brownies when they come right out that oven while it's hot. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the other ingredients, which are the eggs. It's calling for 2 eggs per box. Okay? 2 eggs per box. Always like to crack my eggs and put them in one by one. I also like to take that membrane off of that egg. So you just simply get you a spoon and put it over there. Okay? Going in with, recipe calls for 4 eggs. Again, I take a spoon and I remove that membrane Some like to call them egg whites. I don't like that in there. And this one wanna fight with me. So I'm gonna put the final egg in there and just remove all at once. I'm not gonna whip these eggs because I'm gonna blend them in really well with the other ingredients, and it'll have its chance to mix well in there. Okay, moving on to the next step. Next, we're going to go ahead and we are going to mix our batter on up. The oven's ready, the pan's ready. Final ingredient it called for was water. Okay, so it's asking for a 1/4 cup of water, which is about that much. 1/4 cup is about that much. Again, my measurements, I go around in a circle. That's a 1/4 cup twice because we have 2 packaging. Okay, so I like to mix my ingredients together, seeing if the texture is okay. I am definitely gonna need a little more water. Okay. And you're just gonna give it a good whisk. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. I could just go ahead on and take my electric mixer and blend that on up real quick. But I don't think she will fit without having to use an extended card. So let's just go ahead and give her. I'm gonna get another spoon so that we're able to get our ingredients off of the spoon that sticks there. And you'll see in there, it's always dry powder. That's the mixture, so you wanna make sure you get all that out. I know the kids be waiting on those spoons because I used to be waiting on them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and whisk her. What they call put your back on into it versus putting that electric mixer. And besides, it's great exercise for me. Now that I've incorporated everything together, I'm gonna go ahead here and I'm gonna add, this is your test taste time. My ancestors are speaking to me and telling me that I don't have enough sugar. Do I still have my sugar bowl over here? If not, let me grab it. I do. So we're gonna go in with, I would say, other than the Petri cup, will be a 1/2 cup of sugar in total. I know y'all might, you put all that sugar. Well, guess what, Pudding? You're not gonna be eating it. We are. Okay, so we're going in with our eggs. We're just gonna blend that in. Ooh, she's working me too. Y'all know back in the day when we was coming up, our mom and our grandma, yes, they did have all those appliances. Let me not lie, because my mom had every appliance that you could think of, other than a bread maker. And we used to go to the dairy, the Wonder Bread store up there on Florence. If you know, you know. And we'd get our bread. Back then it was Wonder Bread. Now for us it's Home Pride. Okay, that's mixed. You want to mix your batter until you don't see, you want it creamy. You want it to be good and creamy. So I've already added a stick of melted butter. I've added a half cup of sugar. I've added water. And I've added a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm not going to flour my pan because I don't like when my brownies come out and have that white powdery stuff at the bottom. Kids used to be waiting on these spoons. Okay. Let me wash my hands. What I am going to do is I'm going to put a little of this vegetable oil in my, what do you call these here? I forgot. It's a glass ceramic pan. You could use it for whatever you choose to use it for. Today I'm using it for these brownies. Okay, let's oil this pan. Two things that the oil is going to do. It's going to keep it from sticking, and it's going to give your brownies a nice, good crisp around the edges. So you want to put your oil in there. You want to get you a paper towel, and you just want to, as if you're oiling a cake plate. Okay? You don't want to leave too much excess. Just oil it real good, like that there. That's enough. Last and final step, we're going in with these brownies. Oven is preheated at 350 degrees. Are y'all with me? Okay, let's move this over here to the middle. And we're just going to pour that batter into Doesn't that look delicious? I'm gonna turn it to me so that I can get the rest of the mixture out. Who wants the bowl? Believe it or not, this bowl, the silver bowl, is actually heavy. I'm feeling the weight on it, just trying to hold it with my dominant arm. Again, exercise. And I'm not going to rinse the bowl. The girls just may want that bowl. And that, my darling, is my way of making my brownies. The oven is preheated. And I'm going to put these on in the oven. Once they're done, while they're still hot, I have here some caramel. And I'm just going to drizzle that caramel on top. I'm going to place some holes in that brownie once it comes out of the oven and just go over it with my caramel glaze. Stay tuned. Let's get these brownies in the oven. Let's give them about 20 minutes and I will be back with the finishing results. You want a slice? You're welcome to. Thanks for joining your girl Cooking with Steph. That is my dessert for dinner. Everyone have an amazing night and a prosperous week.